Why, hello everyone, I'm your lovely host Innocent and welcome back to Romance Detective 2. Ready to go? I hope so, because we're going. Yes, let us depart. Hey, you're still wearing your sunglasses? Of course. Taking away even one piece of this outfit ruins the entire Romance Detective image. Well, I think you still look cute without them. I must uphold my look, Romance Cop. Fair enough. You don't want to have to explain anything to anyone, do you, Detective? Well, I guess it's a little soon for me to expect that anyway. 8 a.m. abandoned lab. 8 a.m. Oh, the key broke. I thought this only happened in video games. Hey, Romance Cop. This is a video game. Did the door unlock? Yeah, it's open now, but we can't return the key in this condition. Brunette's gonna think I'm irresponsible. It served its purpose. Mother will understand. I still feel bad, though. It was like her keepsake, you know? Letting go of the past is the only way to move forward, Romance Cop. Let's go inside. Looks like this place has been empty a long time. Honestly, I was kind of worried we wouldn't be able to get in. Or with or without that gold key. I guess we lucked out. Of course. We are fated to solve this case. Therefore, the odds will always be in our favor. Not sure that makes any logic, but if you say so, it must be true. The detective's back to her old self again, even though she knows she doesn't just have to put up an act for me. I guess this is just what makes her most comfortable. But is this really okay? I want her to be able to accept herself and not have to hide behind a pair of shades just to be able to face everyone. Not that I can expect her to suddenly be fine with that either. She's been through so much. Romance Cop, you look troubled. Oh, sorry, I just spaced out for a second. Don't worry about me. All right. There seems to be a lot to sift through here. Let's begin. You can do it! Oh no, this poor kitty cat was being used to help motivate the bad guys. Well, I do not think of them as villains per se. It is indeed unfortunate that the small animals serve to encourage those misguided scientists. Rather than pity its existence here, we should respect its power. Kittens cannot help but inspire hope in us all, for better or worse. I kind of want to take it home. Romance Cop, you mustn't let it coax you into its petty larceny. Does it even belong to anyone at this point, though? It just got abandoned here. Makes me want to give it a new home, you know? I underestimated you, Cat. Perhaps your true ability brings out the evil in human souls, no matter how small. Okay, I won't steal the poster. But I wanna... No good, it's locked. Bernadette didn't tell us anything about a passcode. Hey, Sage said he was a locksmith, right? Do you think he could break into it this for us? This may not be necessary. Try 7673. Oh, it opened. How'd you know? Mother has used that number for everything, as far back as I can remember. Perhaps this lock was the origin of that trend. Well, let's see what's inside. And it's nothing. Except at the bottom here, dead leaves and... Did they used to be flower petals? They're all dried up. Roses. To find them here means... They were using roses in their experiments way back when! This really was the start of everything. But their project has been long abandoned. Who could have picked it up again? Rosemary was the leader, right? It's gotta be either her or one of her lackeys. So the true culprit still eludes us. But don't lose faith in our abilities, Romance Cop. We will solve this case. Of course, I never doubted that for a second, Detective. Hey, it's a picture. Oh, look, a dusty old photo. Is this your mom when she was young? Ah, yes, and I assume that must be Rosemary beside her. It's a shame they had that disagreement. They look so happy in this picture. So after they went their separate ways, they each had a kid, huh? Yes, that's right. My mother ended up marrying one of the scientists that she had worked with in the lab. And sometime later, I was born. They divorced when I was very young. My father works abroad now, so I don't see him often. He studies medicine. No, but this has nothing to do with the case. Getting back to my mother's story, I cut her off before she could explain about her former colleague's child. We can assume that that person has a condition similar to my own. I was afraid you would make the connection, so I delayed that a bit of information in order to reveal it to you myself.
I still think you worry too much, but I don't blame you. So do you think that person might also be involved in this case?
Rosemary surely continued using herself as a test subject, or at the very least she had much more exposure to the substance. If one experiment caused me to turn out this way, I fear the effects on the other child must have been much more intense.
Detective, you say that like the way you turned out was bad.
I wonder sometimes which part of me is due to the circumstances surrounding my birth, and which part is my true self.
Well, that's easy. All of you is you.
You're a very practical romance cop. In times of uncertainty, I'll be sure to remember your words.
We're holding on to the old photo, okay. This lab equipment's all dusty, like no one's touched it for years.
That is likely the case. It's hard to tell just how long it's been since the lab has been in use.
Hey, some of the dust on this one got wiped off. It looks like someone picked it up.
Did they leave fingerprints?
No, it's clean. Seems like whoever touched it was wearing gloves.
We almost had them.
Having fingerprints is as much of a case closer as you've seen on TV. It's not like Love Bloom has an analysis sitting ready with a database to, Detective, are you okay? You look sad all of a sudden.
Don't tell me such things, romance cop. You're taking the romance out of police work.
It's not romantic to begin with, but I'm sorry.
There's someone in the doorway!
We investigated the heck out of this place, so I don't think we're going to find anything else useful, so should we get going?
Our case remains unsolved, and we have no clear direction to turn next. We've reached a dead end, for now.
Bernadette did say she'd contact us if she found anything. Maybe it's best to just wait for more info.
We're treading water.
I don't like it either, but there's not much else for us to do right now. Let's just stay alert and continue about the day. Hey, the spring festival's just started, didn't it? If anyone's going to be there, we should probably keep an eye on things, you know?
That's right. They could use the gathering to plan a large-scale offense.
I wouldn't worry too much. I mean, we've got the sun on our side now. Taking time to relax a little is part of the job too, Detective.
Perhaps. I'm a bit worked up. Let us go. To enjoy the festival. Well, staying vigilant, of course.
Of course!
Someone's at the door. Yes, I know.
Oh, someone's there. Excuse me. Hello? Do you have a moment to answer some questions? And they're gone.
They fled.
Well, that was suspicious. Maybe they were just shy.
It could be our lead. Let's go.
Detective, where does she get all this energy so early in the morning?
I want to know. I want some of it. They've disappeared.
Huh? We lost them already? I was kind of excited to have another chase scene with you.
We may be dealing with a phantom culprit. Don't let your guard down, romance cop.
There's no such thing as ghost detective. And even though that person might have known something, we shouldn't assume they're the culprit.
No such thing? I have many a tale to recount when it comes to the supernatural experiences. Would you like to hear one?
Not in a spooky abandoned place like this. Jeez, now I'm all tense. Come on, let's just get out of here.
The festival. Take another drink.
It's still early, but I'm already seeing, some familiar faces. I guess everyone in town shows up to this thing, huh?
Correct. This is a good opportunity. We must question everyone we can.
I thought you agreed we should enjoy ourselves a bit here. Can't blame you for wanting to do our job, though. Let's start talking to people.
Let's talk to our friends. Romance Detective, Officer Chris, it's been a while. How have you been?
Hi there. Oh, this is embarrassing. We never got your name, did we?
It's Stefan. Are you enjoying the festival? As much as we can. We are currently investigating a case of utmost importance. Yep, that's a word. But Romance Cop insists on relaxing here for a while. This is her first time coming to our beloved spring festival, though, so I'd like for her to experience to be as full as possible.
Maybe you could quit reminding me that I'm of the impending doom we face every chance you get. I'm actually having fun as long as I try to not think about that stuff.
Yes, of course. Pending doom, huh? Being a policewoman and detective must be tough work. Here, take a sugar cookie. You deserve it.
These are really good. Homemade, right?
It's my grandmother's recipe. They were my absolute favorite when I was little, so I'm happy to be able to share them at events like this. I can taste it. The love from your community, baked into each bite. These are simply incredible.
Hey, you guys better not be ignoring me on purpose.
My reformed adversary, romance thief. You're so small we must have overlooked you. I apologize.
Hi there, Daisy. You aren't causing any trouble before Stefan again, are you? No way. We're even platonic friends now, right, Steffi?
Platonic. Yes, Daisy. Yes, Daisy here has been very helpful with setting up my little love bloomery stand this morning. Hiring a former criminal? The size of your heart must be immense. My respect for you doubled by the minute.
Hey, I respect him way more than you do. Want to fight about it? Sounds like you still have a crush on him after all. He's actually super boring once you get to know him. Nobody talks about his flowers and baking. I'm just friends with him because I feel bad for the guy.
She can be quite a handful, as you can see.
Where are your parents, young lady? I want to have a talk with them about your behavior. Don't tell me I'm being good. Don't send me to jail.
She fled. I would normally chase her down, but alas, we must save our energy for what's to come.
There you go, bringing up the case again. We got plenty of daylight to spare. It doesn't do us any good keep you worrying about it right now.
If you'd like to do something relaxing for a while, why not plant some flowers around town? That is what the festival is all about. You're absolutely right. Surely having a job to focus on will distract us from unnecessary stressful thoughts. Let's go plant some flowers! Well, I'm not ready yet. I want to talk with some people.
That sounds wonderful, but I still want to look around before diving into a mini project like this. Yeah, we'll come back in a few, okay?
Sure, take all the time you need. Babies! You talked to Sage and Narky. They gave you food. I'm not saying we have to dump highlighters into the frosting to mix, but they'd be way more authentic as toxic cookies if we did. It's not illegal if it's the name. Oh, Ivy, look who's here to arrest you.
You two again! I'm
Sticking to my guns, you're not taking me without a fight.
We're not here to arrest anyone. We're just enjoying the festival like regular citizens.
I thought I saw you two. Thanks again for your help the other day. Don't mention it. Solving cases like that should be expected of us, after all. Still, I'm so relieved these two girls were able to pull it all together in such a short notice. Our humble little stand has attracted so much extra attention thanks to Ivy's unique vision. My aesthetics is top notch. Of course, to make everyone want to come and buy our goods. What sort of confections do you have available? I'd like to browse your selection. Right this way, ma'am. Romance Club, I've purchased this small heart-shaped cookie. I'd like you to have it.
Detective, I love it. Oh, it's delicious too.
Excellent. I seem to have chosen well.
You did indeed. I could almost taste the romance.
Spray Puzzle!
Plant a flower and make the world a little brighter. What a nice message.
Every year, Love Bloom citizens are encouraged to participate. It brings us all together and makes our city even more beautiful than before.
What a fun little festival. I wish we had these kinds of events everywhere.
I would be curious to visit the city you grew up in. You always make it sound so... how shall I put this? Different.
Oh, it's not that where I came from was bad or anything. It's just Love Bloom was really, really nice.
If every city is not as nice as Love Bloom, it appears we have much more work to do. But that is a matter for another day.
Detective, I'm honestly scared of what might happen if you went out into the real world. You're too innocent and naive. But I can't forget how tough you are either. As long as we're together, all the sadness in the world can't break us.
Anything else to click on? Nope. Let's go!
Gardening is kind of fun. I always thought it making a hobby out of it.
It is a very popular pastime in Lovebloom. You seem to have grown well accustomed to our city.
I guess I have. Everyone is so friendly. It's hard to imagine anyone couldn't get used to living here.
What do you think of the festival, Romance Cop? Are you enjoying yourself?
It's wonderful. Absolutely. I'm so happy we get to spend time like this together. Thank you, Detective.
Yes, I feel the same. Canary is scheduled to perform soon. Should we begin heading in that direction?
Yeah, let's go.
You get to the stage area as Canary walks out, but someone else takes the microphone.
There's the chief. Looks like we didn't need to worry about her after all.
Attention citizens, this is your chief of police speaking. As I'm sure you are aware, the festival was to be shut down earlier due to public safety concerns. But I'm here to tell you that the matter has been taken care of, and there's no longer anything to worry about. Please continue to celebrate to your heart's content. Take it away, Canary. Has the case already been solved?
What a relief. I guess that means Cupid came through for us, huh?
Impossible. The case was solved without me?
What's important is that everyone is safe. Do you want to go ask the chief what happened?
Yes. I refuse to accept such an anticlimactic ending.
She's really fired up. How cute. But this whole thing is kind of suspicious. I have a feeling our work isn't done just yet.
Chief, what is the meaning of this? You say the matter has been taken care of, but by whom? Me, of course. There's no time to explain. I'm a very busy woman.
You're acting kind of weird, Chief. Can't you just tell us what happened with the roses? We're the foot soldiers here. We have the right to know.
Everything's fine. Nothing to worry about. Just relax and enjoy the festival, or you're fired. This does not sound like one of your typical jokes. Because I'm completely serious. If you keep going around worrying everyone, I'll have no choice but to take away your badges. Chief.
I don't like this, but maybe she's right. If everything's really okay now, we aren't doing any good warning people about danger that's already passed.
If it has indeed passed. Regardless, I do not wish to get you dismissed from a job you love so well. We will follow her orders and continue enjoying the festival.
You do always say we should trust people, right? Let's put our faith in the chief, even if she's kind of acting strangely.
With the world apparently saved, Canary sings, and the sun is setting. The end. No, what, stop. What the fuck? Cupid, I presume you've come to tell us our work is not yet finished.
There you go, sounding all excited again, Detective.
For someone who's so concerned with keeping people out of danger, you sure are slacking off on the job. The chief announced a short while ago that the issue has been taken care of. Was she mistaken? You're obviously being misled. Of course, a problem as big as this wouldn't just magically disappear. As I thought, the case remains unsolved. We have work to do, Romance Cop.
You sound pleased with yourself. I know you wanted to be the one to solve it, but this is so bad for us, you know?
Fans screaming for Canary more intensely than usual. See, look, it's already started.
This kind of intensity is unexpected for one of Canary's concerts, right?
Don't be so sure, Romance Cop. Look closer.
Yeah! Delphine, save me!
Miss Canary, I'll take you away from these undeserving masses. I can't bear to keep our relationship a secret any longer. Let's elope.
Okay. This scene feels kind of familiar for some reason.
Romance Cop, we must keep you shielded from the moonlight before you end up like the others.
Oh, all right.
That's just adorable. That should do it. Let's hope you'll be protected this way. So, what's the plan at this point? You're not going to keep standing around hoping everything solves itself, right? Of course not. Unfortunately, we don't have any leads, although. We did have one strange encounter this morning.
Yeah, someone in what looked like a lab coat was hanging around Bernadette's old workplace. I wish we could have caught up to them.
There's no doubt that the person is connected to what we're dealing with. We're being watched. Oh, so you got a mysterious stranger in a lab coat stalking you? I've heard crazier. Canary also mentioned some kind of scientist attending the concert that was ruined by the rose-induced frenzy.
That's right. Maybe they were observing the moonlight's effect on a large crowd?
Let us search the area. It's possible we're being observed this very moment.
Oh, we are. I think your mom's over there, Detective.
I'm going to talk to you. I probably don't need to tell you this, but talking to me isn't going to lead you to whoever's responsible for this mess.
Sure, but what if there were still things you were us to talk about?
Such as?
I was just playing devil's advocate, sorry.
Do you perhaps want to invite Cupid to join our party?
Hey, yeah, we could be a romance trio.
No thanks. Wouldn't want to steal any of your spotlight. How considerate of you. Yes, it's best we keep our partnership exclusive for the grand finale.
No, I was about... What was this, the finale already?
Yes, I can feel it. We're close to solving this case for good. We mustn't waste another second. Okay, talk to your mom. Mother, what are you doing here? It's dangerous to be out in the moonlight. Yes, but I had to get a hold of you somehow. Besides, I came prepared. I have this romance umbrella. What a powerful name. You surely are well protected as long as you hold on to that.
Better than nothing, I guess. But why didn't you just use the radio to call us?
I tried, but it did not seem to be working. I felt something was wrong, so I came looking for you two. Was this the Chief's doing too? How long has she been under Rose's spell?
Well, we should have noticed it sooner, but what's done is done. We have to move forward. What do you come here to tell us?
Do you remember when I mentioned Rosemary had a child? I discovered she lives here in Lovebloom, and her name is Landere.
Landere? What? Why does the name sound familiar?
It's the name of the artist from the gallery. All those rose paintings. This is no coincidence, Romance Cop.
If only we'd been more suspicious of those paintings in the first place. In hindsight, it almost looks like she was asking to be found out.
This is an absolutely unbelievable... To think that the mastermind behind these crimes against romance was also a master of art. I have an address for you as well. It might not be of any use, but I feel at least it's worth looking into.
This might mean we're still walking into a trap. Detective, what should we do?
We must go. Whatever awaits us, we are completely prepared. After all, we're on the side of romantic justice.
That's right. How could I forget? When Romance Cop and Romance Detective work together, there's nothing we can't accomplish.
You two make such a great team. Good luck, girls. I believe in you. Thank you, Mother. Now, let us make haste, Romance Cop. To the climax! Police car. And an address. Greenhouse. Oh.
I'm pretty sure this is the right address, so I guess this is where all the bad roses coming from?
The sinister aura. I'm certain we'll find Landre within the greenhouse and finally get the answers we sought.
Sinister aura? It's just a dinky little greenhouse, but alright, let's go. Oh, it smells really nice in here.
Don't let your guard down, Romance Cop. Our supervillain could reveal herself at any moment.
Are you actually having fun right now, Detective? I admit it turned out to be a pretty spectacular case, but...
Evening, ladies.
Chief, you're here. That means you're definitely being controlled right now.
Sorry I couldn't tell you the truth back at the festival. You would have sent everyone home, losing valuable research data for Landere. It was obvious something wasn't right with you the way you were acting. We couldn't protect you from the roses once again. You've had ample time to notice I've been like this. But what Landere said was right. As long as the two of you are wrapped up in the investigation, there won't be any room for me. Friendship is no match for romance. But with Landere's roses, everyone will be equally connected.
Oh, Chief, were we making you feel lonely after all?
Chief, Heather, just hold on. We're here to snap you out of this. To snap everyone out of their delusions. I wish you ladies just accepted our new world. But if anyone can convince you, it'd be Landere herself. Go on. She's waiting for you just down those stairs.
Wait right here, Chief. We'll set everything back to normal, and after that, I promise we'll make it back up to you.
Back up the stairs, what? What is this? An underground laboratory?
It's admittedly super cool secret base. Oh, wait, this is serious. Gotta stay focused.
This display. There's what looks like to be live footage of the moon. They're monitoring the roses.
You know, actually looking at it now, I feel like we're getting out romance covering the romantic symbol and the billion smaller romantic symbols like that.
This isn't right. The moon is a perfect symbol of romance in its own. Can't they see that adding anything to it is completely ruining the balance?
But it's because of that they ended up there. On a 1 in a 1 billion chance, Fluke.
That is why it falls on us to return the moon to its natural romantic state. Show yourself, Landere! Rose, I'm so glad you could finally make it here. I would have invited you here earlier, but I've been so enjoying watching you two run around playing detective. Landere, at long last, our true adversary makes her appearance.
You're the one responsible for everything that's happened, and the crimes against romance happening around the world right now is all because of your roses.
Crimes? My, what an awful word. I prefer to call them unbridled displays of passion. Everyone bearing their souls together. Isn't it beautiful? It's enough to bring tears to my eyes.
No, it's wrong no matter how you look at it. You sound really crazy, you know that, right?
Oh, feisty. I admire your taste in partners, Rose. Now let's get down to business. I suppose you must have questions for me. Isn't that right?
This is the final confrontation! Hit the final countdown!
How are you doing this?
Okay, first things first. How'd you get the roses growing on the moon? I'm 100% sure it's scientifically impossible for anything to grow in space.
Yes. They spread across the moon so fast, didn't they? Our successful test run turned into so much more, thanks to your plan with the rocket. I truly admire your boldness, especially you, Rose. I cannot thank you enough for expediting the project with that little twist of yours.
Hey, that doesn't answer my question at all.
The plan was a mistake, made out of our desperation. I never expected it to turn out like this. But you're always finding new ways to spread our love. First through that smoke, and then to the moon. You're absolutely brilliant.
Aren't you listening? She wasn't trying to help your messed up cause.
But whether intentionally or otherwise, you feel compelled to aid my roses in ways you just can't possibly fathom. Isn't that right? Could I have really been unconsciously furthering the spread of those vile flowers?
Don't listen to her, Detective. You're the one who wants to put a stop to this more than anyone.
Or so she says. But deep down, which is it, Rose? You want to spread our romance as much as I do mine. Isn't that right? Why? What is your true goal, Landere? What could you possibly be planning to do with a world overcome by desire? My mission is to revive my mother's dream, of course. I was born in the way I am because of her experiments back then. My heart is just bursting with love. And of course, you can relate more than anyone. I was so happy to learn there was someone else just like me. I'm sure you were glad too. After all, we're the same, Rose. No.
One thing's for sure, you and the detective have nothing in common. You're complete opposites as far as I can tell.
Oh, but we do match in one aspect. Tell me, Rose, why do you hide your beautiful eyes from the world? Isn't it time you showed your dear partner your true colors? I've already shown her. Oh, how wonderful. From what I know, you're very sensitive about them. So this comes as a surprise. There's no need to be shy anymore, Rose.
Hey, leave her alone. After we put a stop to your plans, I'm personally taking you straight to jail.
Oh, so assertive. I can play that game. I won't cooperate until she removes those shades.
You don't have to do that, Detective. I'll make her talk.
No, it's fine. There's no point in wearing these here.
That's a good... Wrong person.
But That's a good girl. They're truly beautiful. Now I wonder why you'd be so against spreading that color throughout the world. It's because, of course, it's an insult to the true romance. True romance? I'd love to hear more. You have to stop this! We may have the same eyes, but yours are blind to the truth. Your false love only leads to suffering. Suffering? Why, what makes you say that?
We've had to deal with all sorts of problems only your roses cause. And that are involved people with only temporary exposure. I don't want to imagine the nightmare the world would have to turn into if one could control themselves. We have to prevent that from becoming reality. I missed that entire line completely, don't mind me. I can talk, I swear.
There seems to be a misunderstanding. Our roses are engineered to end suffering, not create it. Have you not observed what you've wrought? Have you not observed what you wrought closely enough? Every one of your test subjects have gotten themselves into undesired trouble. Oh, Rose. Of course you kept an eye on the cases you've been solving along the way. Don't they all end up happier after giving in to desire?
You're wrong, Landere. Nobody likes being manipulated into doing stuff they regret. You're not doing anyone any favors this way.
Manipulation. Again, your word choice is so harsh. Allow me to explain. We're using the power that brings out our deeper romantic potential in human hearts. Potential is the key word here. It means any action a person takes under the spell is within the limits of what the person would normally do, if they weren't restraining themselves, of course.
Then they were all acting in their innermost desire?
Exactly. Think of those lovely flowers as offerings of your powerful suggestions, giving you the courage to love openly, freely, and boundlessly. Imagine the whole world had that kind of love filling their hearts. Well, it would be utopia, yes.
No! Society only functions because people show restraint. Everything will get thrown into anarchy and chaos if we let this continue.
Oh dear. Do you think I haven't thought this through? If things end up going badly for whatever reason, I do have an emergency shutdown switch in place. With the push of a button, the entire moon garden that has been worked so hard on will be completely uprooted. Oh, what a shame that would be.
You're saying we just have to push this button in order to end this? Wait for the explaining.
Oh, no. It isn't that simple. You have to know the password as well. Otherwise, the machine will know that it wasn't me and self-destruct.
Good thing I resisted the urge to push it right away. That could have gone horribly wrong.
You must tell us the password, Landere.
Landere. We have to stop this immediately.
Stop this? Really? Now, why would you want to do that?
The fact that you don't get it exactly is what makes it so dangerous.
It's true. You fooled yourself into thinking that what you're doing is right. That you alone have the solution to everyone's problems. The roses have blinded you. They've blinded me, you say. Don't you see, Rose? My only desire is to bathe the world in true love. How dare you? You don't know the meaning of true love. And you do? Yes. Thanks to my partner, I've gotten to experience it. Your roses could never match this feeling.
Detective!
Regardless, I'll just have to give you a proper taste of my love.
Detective, the roof!
Moonlight is pouring in. Quickly, we have to get you to cover and away from here. You can't escape progress, my dears. Shielding her from the moon's light at this point won't be enough. We have to try. Once a certain threshold has been crossed, the amount of exposure doesn't matter, because of course by now, all of us are overflowing with the rose's power. Romance Cop, don't let it take control of you. I need you here.
Detective, you don't have to worry.
I'll never leave your side. No, your eyes are. We match again.
Isn't that wonderful, Detective? You know, I just realized the whole world is like this. You don't have to be shy anymore.
Romance Cop, I'm sorry I have to do this.
Oh, there's a bug on my computer screen.
Get away! I don't want you. I don't want to be friends with you. I only like spiders.
Oh, detective, you should have told me before you were into this kind of thing.
I promise I'll save you. Please hold on a little while.
Where are you going? I can't hold on to you if you walk away, detective. Restraining your partner like that. I didn't think you'd go that far, Rose. How exciting.
Landere, you may be the only one who can put a stop to this now, so please.
You don't have to worry, detective. I feel incredible. I'm starting to see Landere's way of thinking. It'd be wonderful if the world felt the way I do like right now. I'm so glad to hear you've come around, my dear. Are you convinced yet, Rose?
Never. You'll never convince me.
What's wrong? You look like you need a kiss. Oh, but I can't reach you. Why don't you come back over here, detective?
Snap out of it. You aren't yourself, romance cop.
On the contrary, she's more herself than ever. These are her innermost desires speaking. Aren't they beautiful?
No, this is not who she is. This is only a sick distortion. The true Chris is patient and understanding. She accepts others for who they are and has faith in the most untrustworthy adversaries. And look what your roses have reduced her to. Those magnificent qualities have been lost to pure desire.
But don't you see, my love? It's such a small price to pay to get rid of the harsh injustice of this world.
I couldn't disagree with you more.
You're saying you would rather continue on in a world full of tragedies than know everyone could live together in harmony and love?
There is no truth to the so-called love you have forced on this earth. I believe there is no greater tragedy than to erase all but one emotion from humanity.
But darling,
I will not accept a world that takes away a beauty of what that means to be human.
Impossible. How can you continue to reject my love? Were you not born with the same eyes? How could our views so fundamentally conflict?
You become so fixated on an ideal that you are unable to see the truth, even when it's staring you in the face.
Detective, I can't take it anymore. Uncuff me so I can smother you in extreme coolness and kisses.
Has the way I've seen the world really been wrong all this time? Landere, you must be the only one who can, you may be the only one who can stop this before things spiral further out of control. Please, all I want is for Chris to be whole again.
Rose. The password. It's Rose. You can go ahead and enter it into the machine. I won't stop you.
You really understand?
It's the right thing to do, isn't it? You just might be my voice of reason, Rose.
Thank you, and Landere, we can still find another way to fulfill your mother's dream. It may not be as easy as forcing your love onto the world, but little by little, through kindness and patience, I believe we'll find ourselves in a true utopia.
Yes, that's a nice thought. I'll believe in it too. You did it, detective! Let me give you a victory smooch!
It seems like the effects still take a little time to wear off. How exactly do these roses of yours work?
Huh? Why am I handcuffed? Detective, what happened?
Romance cop, thank goodness you're back to normal.
Oh, my memory's a little hazy. I didn't do anything weird, did I?
No, it's all right. We've won.
I want to apologize. After what Rose said, I finally understood why filling the world with pure desire was wrong. Huh? What do you say to her, detective?
I'll summarize it for you later. Landere, please continue.
Thanks to you, I could finally see I've been causing others pain in trying to create my ideal world. How could I have been so blind?
What's important is that you're able to admit that you were wrong. The only thing left is to figure out where you'll go from here.
Yeah, no more putting seductive voices in people's heads and to control them. Now, wait a minute, the voice.
What is it, Romance Cop? You look like you've just realized something of grave importance.
the voice I heard, it was different from Landray's. Whose voice was it then?
I need to go somewhere far away where I'll never hurt anyone again. Landray, stop. Where are you going all of a sudden? Au revoir, my dears. This is the last you'll see of me.
Ah, the lights!
There's only one exit. To the stairs, Romance Cop.
Landray, you can't just leave after all that. We still have questions. Justice hasn't been served yet.
She's gone.
So let's pick a direction and go after her. What are you waiting for, Detective?
Well, I'm sure this isn't complete resolution. You'd prefer. Can't we accept it for the time being?
Huh? What about the voice?
We'll solve that mystery another day, Romance Cop. Landray can't evade us forever.
But she has to have broken a bunch of laws. It's our duty to arrest her.
She isn't dangerous anymore. I know it isn't very satisfying, but please.
Detective, what happened to never quitting until the case is truly solved? It's not like you to just give up like this.
I know. Keeping up this character is taxing. All of this excitement, this drama. It's too much, even for me.
What do you mean?
I've disappointed you, haven't I? I'm not as strong as I pretend to be, but you already knew that. All that I want right now is to safely return home with you. We saved the world. Isn't that enough?
We did, didn't we?
I almost lost you, Romance Cop. You would have been internally entranced by the roses, and I would have been alone again, in a world that could not hear reason.
Detective?
I'm grateful to Landray for deciding to end this herself. I sincerely believe that she had changed after coming face to face with the truth of what her roses wrought. And that's enough for me. It's been a long day. Let us rest, knowing we've at least restored order to our world.
Yeah. Hey, Detective, are you hungry? We should have a little pizza party later when we get back to the station, as a reward for all our hard work.
Good thinking, Romance Cop. That sounds wonderful. Planning a pizza party without consulting me? You're a loose cannon, Romance Cop.
Chief, thank goodness you're back to your usual self.
That I am. So are you going to tell me what happened with Landray? She escaped, but the situation is under control. Whoa, Rose, your eyes. Don't tell me she got you too. No, they've always been this way. Huh, no kidding. Which means everything's fine then. What a relief. I'm sorry to have hidden them from you all this time, all these years. I was afraid of what you might think. Afraid of? You're a great romance detective. You two just saved the world, didn't you? Why would you worry about something as trivial as my opinion? I value our friendship. I realize my actions may not have supported that, but please believe me.
Speaking of that, Chief, are you okay? You said some stuff before.
Yeah, once again, I'm truly sorry for what I did because of the moonburst. That feels ridiculous when I say it out loud. Anyway, I still wanted to apologize. I didn't mean any of that, so please forget it.
But we learned that any feelings brought on by the roses actually come within you.
That's right, the roses take on any hesitation or action on your desires. In your case, it allows you to speak your true feelings. So that's how it is. You sure? Heather, we had no idea how you felt. How can we call ourselves your friend? No, it isn't such a big deal. It's, well, there's no use denying it now. I may as well make some clarifications. I never wanted to bring any of that up. You two are always having so much fun. I don't want to get in the way of that, you know? Don't tell the other cops, but you two are my favorite subordinates. All I'm looking for here is a nice platonic relationship here. Telling you all this feels weird. I feel weak, desperate. I need to get to the gym and box or something.
Chief, we understand. You don't have to say anything more. We'll work harder to make you not feel left out all the time.
Thanks, but really, just forget any of this ever happened. We didn't have this conversation. I don't have any insecurities or weaknesses. Nothing.
Understood, Chief. So about that pizza party.
Yes, absolutely. You two must be tired from saving the day and all. Let's head back to the station. Job well done. Doggy jingle. Normal ending. Oh god, there's more than one ending. Look, I'm not taking any more endings. I love you guys. But no. At least not tonight. I've recorded enough tonight. I'm going to end this here. If there's big enough for a different ending, I might do it. I may not. I don't know. I don't even know if there could be a different ending to this because I know that her heart wasn't in this and sun finished and blah, 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 blah. Words! Anyway, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you had a wonderful time and I hope to see you all so very soon. This is it for The Romance Detective. I hope you had a wonderful time.